So our next topic is groundwater, which is a very important source of water. Why? Because many people depends on wells, tube wells, hand pumps for the water or for the water they get for their daily uses. Now, from where this water, the water which is present in wells, tube wells, hand pumps, from where it comes? That is, it is from the groundwater. So, main source of water in these sources, that is wells, tube wells, hand pumps, is groundwater. Now what happens from time to time, this groundwater is used by the people. Now what is exactly groundwater? Now when the water, that is our rainwater, seeps into the ground and reaches to and after filtration through the sand and reaches to the rock area, there it is forms a water table. Now that upper limit of groundwater, or we can say that the underground water, occupies all the spaces between the rocks. Now that area, like once it has seeped from the land, the rainwater, like there is a rainwater going because of rain, the water seeps into the ground through the soil particles. When it reaches in or at the rock surfaces where it no more go down. Now here what happens? Here it forms a layer or it forms a water table. Now this is a groundwater and this area is known as water table. So how it is done? That is just by the process of infiltration. That is when the water is or rainwater is seep into the ground and it passes through the sand, or we can say that land, and reaches to the area where no more filtration process can be done by the land. So this upper table is our water table and this is the main source of groundwater, right? Now what happens exactly here also, like I've already discussed, this is the water table. Now water table, how it renews or on which factor it depends is basically our rainfall. Now, if there is less rainfall, the water won't go inside or seep inside, and because of that, the level of water table decreases. But if there is an area, or we can say that in some areas where there is a lot of water or a lot of rain is going on, in that what happens? The water table increases. Now, why? Because more of rainwater seeps into the ground through the infiltration process and this water table is recharged time to time. Right. Now, one more thing which is a very important concept here is about aquifer. Now, what is aquifer? In some areas, what happens? There is some cracks in the rocks. Like this is a rock layer. Now, there are some cracks. And now, because of that cracks, what happens? This rainwater again seeps into the ground in between these cracks, and there also it forms a layer of water. Now this layer of water in between the rock layers is known as aquifer. So have you understood the concept of what is water table and what is aquifer? Water table is the layer of water which is present in between the sand layer and the rock layer. But what is aquifer? Aquifer is basically when there is crack in the rocks and the water is further seep into the ground or in through this layer and further and forms a layer again, there that layer is known as aquifer. So that is a difference between a water table and aquifer. Now here the main concept and main factor is a rainfall. If rainfall is more, there is more water present in these, that is present as groundwater, and if there is less rainfall, the water level becomes decreased, or we can say that the level of water depletes because of the less rainfall factor. So that is all about groundwater.